harsh, uninviting land. Living here is a test of endurance. Nature shows a most uncompromising face to the people of the region. But all is not calm, even when there is water available, especially when there's just too little for everyone to share. In fact, Gujarat as a whole is not spared the misery of scarcity of water. In many villages, women spend hours to collect a pitcher of water from virdas. They have been depending on these temporary water sources for years now. In spite of all the drudgery, the water they collect is not adequate to meet the daily needs. Gujarat has its share of problems. Low and erratic rainfall has affected the groundwater situation. More than 3/4 of the drinking water supply is from groundwater. Some 26 out of the last 75 years have been drought years. And repeated droughts have led to scarcity of water and fodder. A survey done in 2003 shows that as many as 8,250 habitations in the state face water quality problems like high levels of fluoride, nitrate and salinity in the water. In many areas, the infrastructure may be in place, and yet water has to be supplied through tankers and trains. For something as basic as drinking water, the people depend on the government. Few shoulder the responsibility to fend for themselves. But the most appalling facet of scarcity is to do with the girl child. School is not meant for them. Even if some girls manage to attend, they drop out early. Fetching water is more important. A devastating earthquake on 26th January 2001 shook the area. The tremors destroyed water supply systems and sources, including traditional ones. Nature had dealt its hardest blow on Gujarat. The government of Gujarat is implementing an ambitious project to carry water from South and Central Gujarat to North Gujarat, Saurashtra and Kutch. Water has been taken to villages and towns of these regions. Thereafter, it requires management by local community. In May 2002, the Water and Sanitation Management Organization came as a boon to villagers. Set up as an autonomous body by the state government, Wasmo's mission is to enable people to have safe and adequate year-round drinking water and sanitation facilities in their villages. The idea was to try and create ideal villages with enough drinking water, food and clean habitats. The 73rd Amendment to the Constitution had given Panchayati Raj institutions the power to work as bodies of self-governance, paving the way for community participation. The introduction of sector reforms changed the rural water supply sector from being supply-driven to demand-driven, from being government-controlled to a community-owned and managed sector. One of Wasmo's programs is in the earthquake-affected areas of Gujarat. The project focuses upon 1,260 earthquake-affected villages. It aimed at not only restoring the destroyed water supply systems, but also improving sanitation. The other important program is in the Ghogha region of Bhavnagar district. The project aims to achieve sustainable year-round drinking water security and improved sanitation in 82 water-deficient villages in the region. The endeavor of the state government has been supported by the government of Netherlands. Wasmo also functions as a state water and sanitation mission for implementing Swajal Dhara program in the state. Bulk transfer of Narmada and Mahi water to augment local water sources will ensure sustainability of the water supply system. However, Wasmo's efforts are focused on enabling the people to manage their own drinking water sources and systems. New partnerships are formed amongst Wasmo, the community and NGOs. that function as ISAs, that is Implementation Support Agencies in the villages. To facilitate project implementation, coordination, management and support units were set up. To create awareness and spread their message across, Wasmo uses electronic and print media, including audio-video spots and posters. Village water and sanitation committees, or Pani Samitis, play a pivotal role in the programs. These Pani Samitis have a minimum of 1/3 women members and an equal representation of weaker sections of society. The Pani Samiti is a subcommittee of the village panchayat. It is responsible for day-to-day planning, implementation and management of the in-village water supply and sanitation schemes. Before any scheme is implemented, the Pani Samiti, along with Wasmo and ISAs, formulate a village action plan. The plan is approved by the Gram Sabha of the village. The best techno-economic option is finalized. The community makes contributions in cash, kind and labor to implement the scheme. Wasmo contributes up to 90% funds, but in many villages, there are instances where people contribute more than 10%. Structures like the elevated storage reservoirs, pump houses, storage tanks, cattle troughs, stand posts, hand pumps, ponds and check dams are being constructed at a rapid pace. In many villages, Wasmo built snan ghats or bathing centers. Here, women who don't normally venture out of their homes meet without any inhibitions. Sometimes, simple structures like snan ghats can have a positive effect. Besides creating new sources, the traditional ones like valves or step wells also need attention. In order to ensure that existing water sources do not dry up, efforts towards water conservation were made. Other efforts like rooftop rainwater harvesting can be seen in the school in Nana Nakhatrana, one of the remotest corners of the state. Wasmo has introduced dustbins in several places. As part of the awareness campaign, Wasmo mobilized children to act as agents of change. Wasmo is determined to fill in knowledge and information gaps and develop water leaders. Its volunteer program and internship program offer many opportunities to learn and contribute. At every project village of Wasmo, the openly exhibited accounts for public scrutiny reaffirm the objective of transparency. It only reflects the transparency with which the Pani Samiti functions.
The management of water supply networks have been placed into the hands of the community themselves through special in-village bodies, the Pani Samitis, the water committees. Members of each Pani Samiti have been trained to administer drinking water demand for human and cattle consumption, develop and implement water supply plans, supervise water quality, operation and maintenance, all the while institutionalizing the participation of women and other disadvantaged groups in these committees. The women, now relieved of their conventional responsibilities of fetching water, are empowered to achieve so much more. Currently, more than 68,000 women are members in the 18,185 existing Pani Samitis and even heading these water committees in more than 5,500 villages. Young girls, previously tied down by drudgery of fetching water, are able to regularly attend school, resulting in lower dropouts and increased later literacy in the state. Improved water quality, tested and supervised by the communities themselves, is helping reduce mortality rates across the state, with incidences of waterborne diseases steadily declining. Additionally, various opportunities have emerged for the villagers in several industrial clusters that now flourish with the availability of water in previously water-scarce districts. Significant increase in the number of household water connections to 78%, almost twice the national average of 37%.
It is good that Narmada water is now provided, because of which our time is saved and we can pay attention to our cottage industries.
Due to Narmada water, it is good now. There is no problem in eating and drinking. Ailments have been reduced.
This revolutionary approach of community-based water management system by Wasmo has received several national and international accolades. In 2008, Wasmo won the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration at New Delhi for initiatives in drinking water management with community participation. It further won United Nations Public Service Award in 2009 for initiatives of fostering community participation. Wasmo continued this trend in the third consecutive year by winning the prestigious Commonwealth Association for Public Administration and Management CAPAM International Innovation Award in 2010 at Malta.
Wasmo's impact has gone beyond structures. For the women, the Wasmo movement is not only about getting the precious drop, but also about being able to play the role of the decision maker. In such a short span, there is a noticeable difference in their lives. All they needed was a little push in the right direction. But Wasmo's journey is far from over. There are many more challenges to meet and many new paths to create in uncharted frontiers. For Wasmo knows, when people get together, no task is impossible.
निरांत नीरो